So check it out. I was not planning on doing a reaction video to the Batman. In general, ever since I started doing reaction videos, I've not really been reacting to DC stuff for several reasons. The major example being Young Justice, which I'm caught up on. I was watching it before I started doing reaction videos, and I continued watching it outside of videos afterwards. I was going to do the same with the Batman. In fact, I had been intending to see it in theaters. It would have been the first movie I had seen since the start of the pandemic in theaters. But I didn't end up doing that. It no special reason, it just didn't happen. So, I decided I might as well react to this. And before I get into that, I want to give you an idea of where I stand on the DC Extended Universe, which, mind you, I don't actually know where the Batman fits into that. I don't think Ben Affleck's coming back. I don't know if they're intending this Batman to be the new Batman in that whole fold, or if they're doing this as a self-contained thing. I'm not sure. But I will talk about that because that is DC's whole direction right now. They're trying to make something work. To start it off, I'm about to lose some of you, and sorry. I hated Man of Steel, and I really don't understand the opposite opinion on that one. I've never heard someone who really liked this movie explain it in a way that I could process and grasp properly. And that's not usually the case for me with movies I disagree with people on. That one just blows my mind, people who love it. I don't understand at all. And I don't have to. It's not a requirement that I understand why you like a movie. I strongly disagree with you, and that's okay. And the reason I start with Man of Steel is because Zack Snyder's direction has really guided the whole DCEU into the ground. I don't like Zack Snyder as a director. I'm not a big fan of 300. I thought Watchmen was decent, even though Alan Moore probably disagrees, even though I don't think he's seen the movie. But Alan Moore has his own reasons to hate everything, so that's a whole different thing. And Zack Snyder, in relation to Batman in particular, my understanding is his only real focal point of liking for the character was the Dark Knight Returns comic book by Frank Miller. An amazing story, for sure, by a troubling author. And you should definitely read it, and possibly check out the movie if you want. The movie was decent. But if that is your only comic that you enjoy with this character, I'm not sure you're the person who should be guiding Batman through this film series. And, yeah, I didn't think Batman vs. Batman v Superman, awesome title, was much better than Man of Steel. I don't know, a lot of people think it's worse, and I can see that. I think it's technically a worse movie, but I enjoyed it more, if that makes sense, than Man of Steel. So, yeah, obviously, these factors going into Justice League, I didn't like. I have not seen the 6 hour, however long it is, cut of Justice League that they released. I've heard it's a lot better. Maybe I'll check it out at some point, but I almost certainly won't be reacting to it unless there's a lot of interest. That's gonna be a popcorn day. It might be my first ever reaction live stream. We're on a 6 hour stint, people. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the Justice League movie was just dull. It was so very dull and rushed, and everything about it was just so badly done. The DCEU, I think, though, was better with its minor characters. Minor characters, as far as the general public's concerned. Aquaman and Shazam, I think, were pretty good movies. Shazam, especially, I think, had a lot of potential. Suicide Squad 1, not a good movie. Some good elements. Suicide Squad 2, The Suicide Squad, really good movie, which of course it was. They brought James Gunn in. Joker, obviously not connected to the rest of the films, but still a DC movie recently released, I thought was a really good movie. Not necessarily a great comic book movie, but it brought a really interesting take on the character that I don't think's been done like that before, so I appreciated what they did. And I don't necessarily think it should get a sequel, but it's probably going to because that movie made so much fucking money for its budget. Which, by the way, did you see Joaquin Phoenix is playing Napoleon Bonaparte in like a biopic of the guy? I'm curious about that one. Anyway, nothing to do with DC. So, yeah, by and large, I do not like. Oh, Birds of Prey sucked. Was there another movie? Birds and Wonder Woman 84, not good. Wonder Woman was good. I don't know if I brought that one up. Wonder Woman was pretty solid. Really solid. So, my general feelings on the DCEU are negative. There are a few diamonds in the rough, but as a collective, it's bad. It's the bad parts, because it is a shared universe, are actively dragging down the good parts for me because they're so prevalent. And it kind of makes me wary as a lifelong DC, and I'm getting into that soon, fan. Oh, going into this movie? Because I've been disappointed for so long. I really have. Batman is still my favorite superhero. I grew up on Batman the Animated Series, Batman as he appeared in all of his Kevin Conroy voice performances, as well as Batman Beyond, as well as video games, comic books. Batman has been the superhero I've most looked forward to seeing in good things in my life, and I say this as a person who readily admits that Marvel is kicking their ass right now. So I'm scared. I don't want to see another bad Batman thing. And mind you, my issue with what's his name? Ben Affleck. I wasn't really bothered by him being a bit more willing to kill. It was how boring he was. Because I can accept a difference in a character. I'm not one of those comic purists who's like, he must be exactly like this from issue 394 of Detective Comics. Or some shit like that. I can accept some changes. But there's just no greater essence to the character in these films that I felt carried a through line. I feel like if there was something I could latch on to, that was more than just, he's so cool, he fights good. I'd have something. And Superman, I think it's a real shame, mind you, because I do think Henry Cavill, or Cavill, could have carried it under a different writing or direction team. I don't know what would have helped more. That's a whole different problem. I don't think, no matter what they did with the Ben Affleck, though, that he could have brought this vision of the character to life. I say all this is just to give you an idea of how much I care about this character, this world being done well. And I do mean this world because Gotham, when it's done well, is just as interesting as Batman, and not just the superhero stuff. The internal misery of this landscape, the gothic architecture, the constant corruption and crime that seems never ending, the hopeless war that Batman has with crime itself. I'm also been just generally disappointed that we never get to see some of the cooler Batman storylines brought to fruition on the big screen. just because they never get that far. Like, I want to see a No Man's Land movie done like the comics. I want to see Cassandra Cain in there. That'd be fucking amazing. But yeah, to repeat, and I know this isn't like some sort of well-formatted essay I've given you at the beginning of this video. It's more just a rant, and it's fine with me. I tell you all this to just tell you how much I care. To just you tell us twice in the sentence how much I care about this being done right or well or just competently. The Batman, my understanding of it is it's kind of like The Long Halloween, where it's focused on a mystery. And they've got a bunch of the different characters in there, from Batman mythos, villains, and such. Which I've read some casting at some point. I don't remember who plays who, but like Penguin I know is going to be in this. One big thing I did see was there was a deleted scene with this film's Joker, like Batman talking to him behind some like glass or whatever it was. Well, he's at presumably Arkham Asylum, and I believe Joker had some like serious scars and stuff, but it was a deleted scene, so I'm wondering if they decided to cut that out completely because they didn't like that Joker, or the scene didn't fit the movie. So I don't know if that version of Joker is going to be true to this Batman because it's deleted. Other than that, Robert Pattinson, I was the classic teenage boy, didn't understand Twilight or his appeal in that. I was not a teenage girl. I still don't think it was a good movie, and I think my opinion's valid on that, but it still wasn't for me either. However, I am told that Robert Pattinson is a good actor. But that is what people said about Jared Leto. But I've heard he's good in this. I've heard he's good in this, and the general image of him in the batsuit that I've seen, it doesn't look sparkly. I'm not gonna bitch about Twilight in this, don't worry. Though, if whoever played Jacob from Twilight, I struggle to remember his name at the moment, shows up, I will struggle not to make young blood from Danny Phantom / Shark Boy jokes. I think I'm going to enjoy this. I hope I'm right. That's all I got to say for that. Full reactions are available on Patreon, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of The Batman and press play when I press play when the timer reaches 0. A part of me wants to discuss my feelings on the DC Universe in a more well scripted format. Oh, HBO Max stuff, okay. I'm on HBO Max. It's where the timer will be most accurate. Because right now they're doing like a few promos for their shows, and I don't want to skip them because that'd put the timer out of sync. But yeah, well, I think it would be a good idea to like put this into a more proper video essay format where I construct my thoughts intelligently, because I do have a lot of things to say about DC and it's the direction it's taken. If that's all we get for the logo, I'm gonna laugh so hard. They're like, fuck your Marvel bullshit with that like 2.5 minutes of circle jerking. Warner Brothers, The Batman, go! If you've not seen my Marvel reactions, I constantly bitch about how they dropped the comic panels for that Marvel logo sequence they always do in favor of scenes from the movies. Who's this? Is that a body on the ground? It looks. I'm thinking Bruce Wayne is the kid. Never mind. Unless that. No, no, they're playing. It's playing. I'm pretty darn sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, he's got the Halloween pumpkin. Also, the guy he stabbed got back up. I did enjoy Gotham. I think it's a terrible Batman show as far as a prequel goes, but it is decent as far as just good fun time goes. For the record, the reason I brought up Gotham is like from a distance, this guy reminded me of Ben McKenzie. Though not anymore. Not at all. I assume this is Thomas Wayne. Nope. We're in the present. Is this Jim Gordon? That'd be funny. That caught me off guard. That sounded like it was real. I think this is Riddler, from what I've been hearing. Pretty darn sure. I don't like the design for Riddler here, but he might sell me if his acting suits it or something. If only debates went like that more often. Just actively telling people, this guy's lying! Riddle me this! Oh, yeah, I think I did forget to say this. I did know that Riddler was supposed to be like a big bad guy in this movie. I don't know if he's the main, but I'm pretty sure he is. This honestly feels more like Professor Pig or Victor Zsasz behavior, but alright. I am definitely creeped out, that's for sure. We're about to get a title sequence, aren't we? No, we didn't! Alright, we sticking to that one logo deal. Oh, wait, October 31st, did it? Long Halloween style. Okay. I do want to take a look at that skyline they just showed us. See if I recognize much. Empire. Gotham Tribune. Oh, I thought that was the Iceberg Lounge for a second. The Bank of Gotham. Just a YMCA in there. Product placement, yo. It stands out so much too. Starting the timer at 5:59. 3, 2, 1, go. So is Riddler taking the role of the holiday killer? Okay, so relatively early in Batman's career, but he's not new. Or is this not Batman? That's a cool mask. Well, you gotta get your little bat family together. Joker makeup. Is he putting on makeup? Alright. So he's already respected some here. That is such a cool mask. A superstitious, cowardly lot. Ah! He was standing right there. He was backing up a little. It's not too often we get to see stories of how regular people view Batman. One of my favorites is one episode from Batman the Animated Series where I think it's a bunch of teenagers or kids tell stories about Batman, and he's wildly different in each of them. From supernatural to a robot, things like that. They were marking him earlier. Oh. This is cool. Not sure why he's coming in like this, but maybe it's just like it's gonna be a red herring, like it's a cat or something. We get our Doug Walker cameo, of course, here. Oh wow, he is just walking up to them all badass like. Or is it not him? It's totally him, okay. Those extra two were just like, you gave him an ass whooping. Okay, so people don't really know what Batman looks like. Like, he's still got that level of mythology about him. Okay. As goofy as it might look, I'd almost be okay with him doing the Arkham style combat. Him vaulting over. I'm okay with him taking that bullet because they got him, like, right there. But I would rather it be an extreme rarity that Batman gets hit by a bullet at all. When he's dealing with situations like this, you're just a kid. Let him run. Aw. That's fair, buddy. You don't. It's hard to think you've just been saved by a guy in a furry outfit. That was a good action scene. I did like how genuinely street level that felt, just him taking on a bunch of dudes. Is that Jim Gordon? The GCPD, too, when it's done right, is one of the best things about Gotham, just adding to the character of it all. Over the years, the different ways they respond to Batman and his existence. Is he done up to look kind of like Riddler looks? A little. No more lies. We saw. Yeah, Batman. Okay, he did move. Like, dude, this isn't a criminal. Let him do his job. I will say I might have appreciated just a slight digital enhancement on Robert Pattinson's jaw here, because I'm not sure it fully fills out the costume the way they'd want Batman to look. Are they gonna say it was Batman who did it? At least it probably wasn't a Joker card. What does a liar do when he's dead? Oh, there's a cipher? Someone did say he was reminiscent of the Zodiac Killer in this. I'm not overly familiar with that case, but I think it's like 4 of 6 ciphers have been solved, something like. Pete. I'm not familiar with a Pete as far as comic characters. I could be being stupid. It's obviously not Harvey Bullock. Starting the timer at 16:25. 3, 2. What is a. Oh, that's clever. What is. He lies still. That's clever. I wouldn't say it's a very good riddle. And more of a, it's more of a pun, really, than it is a riddle. Is Pete the commissioner? Pete. I know. Yeah, there is another commissioner before Loeb. Is it Pete Loeb? I don't know if I ever knew his first name. Oh. What does that make you think about Betsy? Don't keep him in the house, which is the dead body sitting over here, you assholes. Okay, the GCPD sucks just about as much as usual. This is why I generally prefer Batman in the smaller, just Gotham stories. Because it feels more realistic to his character, which I don't think a high level of realism is necessary for Batman. But when he's saving the universe and being like one of the main components of that, it wouldn't have happened without him with the Justice League. This all just feels like bullshit. Like, I don't know if I'm making a difference. Bitch, everyone would be dead if it weren't for you. Like, all those times Gotham almost got nuked. Like, let's. That's why No Man's Land is one of my favorite storylines, is because he's not unstoppable. Like, it's one guy just barely holding it all together by the threads. With some help, of course. Oh, and it's like a bat cave under construction. Like, he couldn't just put this all up in one night. Contacts? Oh, yo, it's like detective vision shit. Odd take, alright. I like that. Is that Alfred? He looks like such a mess, and I kind of appreciate that. He doesn't just immediately look cool after taking off that big sweaty leather mask. I'm curious how he does the Bruce Wayne persona when he needs to put it on. It would be cool to see, like, over time he adapts the technology where it's a little bit less cumbersome on his eyes. Like, if this is popular enough that they adapt, that they don't drop it immediately, like there's a few of these Batman movies, I'd like that. You need to manage both lives if you want your war to continue. Oh. I do hope they don't dwell too much on him needing to do the makeup and stuff. Like, that's a detail I've never minded being overlooked. I also hope they don't overly dwell on him needing to balance the life in this movie, because although it has been an element of every Batman movie so far, uh they've kept that to the right balance where it's very little him being concerned with that, because I think that's one of the main reasons they make Batman a billionaire, is so they can excuse him having such the high focus on the war on crime and not the Spider-Man problem of I need to go to my day job and then I need to help this and that, pay the bills. Oh, we skipped the accountant stuff? I thought we'd get at least a little. I said I didn't want them to dwell on it. I didn't mean I didn't want it at all. Why even bring it up if you're not going to show it? Okay. Not so much a cipher as a hidden in plain sight type thing. Not sold on the general persona of either Bruce Wayne or Batman. Haven't haven't heard him talk enough as Batman. I'm not digging the voice, but I'll get over it. And Bruce Wayne, I haven't gotten to see how he acts around someone who doesn't know he's Batman. It's early, don't get me wrong. It looked like a dead rat. I'm sure it's not. Okay, okay. What was he up to? Was it prostitutes? Yep. Oh, you plugged it into your. He plugged it into his own computer. Oh my god, you never just take a USB drive that you've just found and plug it into your own shit. Or at least nothing you care about. That's just security 101. I know that. Like, that's something Batman should be up on. Oh, I thought it said Iceberg Lounge for a second. I was like, this shithole? There was an easy way and a hard way. That's not quite what you said, but I. Not even a fight. I think that's my issue so far is everything he said has sounded like whispering, and I don't want it to always be a whisper with Batman. No one's quite in live action matched Michael Keaton, how he managed to carry that. And I'm not gonna hold Kevin Conroy against every live action actor because it's a totally different deal. But I think I'm gonna be bothered if everything he says in this movie is just, "Hello, I'm Batman." That was a little bit too much Christian Bale with the gravel in there. Alright, the bat's going down. The grapple. Alright. First time they've met, huh? So they're going this direction between Batman and Penguin. The direction being Penguin sort of being a pseudo informant of Batman that they kind of did in the new Batman Adventures. Someone who runs his own business on the side, manages things like that, keeps his criminal side more under wraps, though Batman knows everything. He just utilizes him. I'm sure I know the actor for the record, whoever's playing Penguin, but it's not. I'm not placing it right now. I'm usually pretty terrible with that. Not a bad penguin. I wish his clothing suited a little more, but it's good. It wasn't always well written, but I do like Gotham's and some other variations' interpretation of the penguin. That the only way he's able to keep up with the madness of Gotham is that he genuinely is one of the more strategically intelligent villains there. And I've always liked that idea that between him and Black Mask being the sort of representatives of regular gangsters, they had entirely different focal points for it. Penguin that being that level of clever, whereas Black Mask was just that fucking ruthless. That he was just complete balls to the walls. I'm gonna destroy everything. It's raining, it's pouring. You're not wearing the mask at the moment? Touch creepy. Alright, more than a touch creepy is really creepy. That woman. Maybe. Probably. It's still creepy either way, but. Yep, totally. Yeah, all that stuff on the wall there. I think she got her own little pegboard. No mask. It's weird seeing him like incognito and just such conspicuous incognito gear. Like no matches Malone persona. Just straight up yeah, masked up. What's the mask look like? vaguely cat-ish. Nope, just a regular ass mask. Maybe this will be like the Halle Berry movie, which should not be emulated in any way, but this was not offensive. The way she got her mask. So impractical to try and kick somebody in the face. Oh dear. Okay. Who's here? I I am definitely appreciating the slower burn so far. I hope I continue to. Wasn't a big fan of how helpless she was in that fight against him. Like, Catwoman always loses to Batman, but it's not usually that bad. I'm not overly familiar with this end of Catwoman's character, but they did touch on it a bit in Batman Year One, and I wonder if it's the same basic setup. More of a Heath Ledger Joker move, but alright. Alright, that was definitely disturbing. Was not digging it until that ridiculous goodbye. We'll see how I feel about him. My cat's like you, so that means you're trustworthy. Yeah, I have a strong dislike for the dynamic between these two so far. It's Dexter! They might have also had something on him and it pulled him into the life over time through that. As far as villains go, we've met Riddler, Catwoman, and Penguin. Be careful opening things. Chemistry. Okay. Like, rat being snitch, I assume. I like that we're already seeing that Gordon has some people that are just generally on his side. Cool. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Seeing if they're in right. Yep. Was almost tender. Adjusting the frequency or something. It is cool seeing Batman have to take an approach like this. Just because he can't always just stroll into places. And it would be nice if we sort of started seeing him develop different disguises for these sorts of situations. But this is cool too. This is cool. I did not need that. I mean, you're recording this. Can't you just identify from the footage later? This is dumb. This is real dumb. Like, obviously he wants to get information. So her talking to him makes sense in this case. But, like, for the rest of them, why would you need to hold on their faces? Like, just run the footage through and scan it later. I'm confused. No DA Harvey Dent right now, so I wonder if this guy going in down opens the door for him to get in. Unless he's already. Yeah. Oh dear. Snitches get stitches, dude. Alright, one of your guys should be like, hey, bud, this is a little too much. Ooh, ooh. Smooth, Selena. Yeah, right, Batman. Yeah, yeah. She has her priorities. Oh, ooh, he's got the limp. Oh, hello. Is it Falcone or Falcone in this case? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That kind of looked like Hank from Breaking Bad, thinner version. I, yeah, Batman, you really had to. You really need to adopt a lighter touch in these situations. How you talk to people. This is the off-duty cop he was talking about before, right? If it's the DA, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bad with faces. Terrible. Is that somebody right behind him, right? What's in the bag? I will say I'm not digging that this Riddler's just whole thing is beating people up so far as his danger to his victims. Obviously, after the fact, he creates some interesting clues and all that. Ooh, is this a jigsaw contraption? What's this gonna do? Okay, ooh. Again, I would appreciate something more sophisticated than just ah ha ha. Like let him supervillain a bit. It's whatever. But it looks like he's gonna put this guy in a death trap, like save him or whatever, Batman. So I am looking forward to that. So Riddler, assuming it's not just Edward Nigma and we haven't straight up met him, uh, I'm guessing it's someone we know already, or at least have seen. It'd be lame if it was the commissioner. I guess not impossible, but lame. I haven't really liked a live action Alfred since the Tim Burton movies. All of them are passable, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Even that one I didn't think really had a level of fun that was necessary. A rat with wings would be a bat. I mean, at the very least, you should have your own. Are they? Oh wow, a horseback too. What do they want to ask him? Is it because of the last high-profile killing that they were bringing up? It was his parents, specifically his father. Obviously, he'd be a major figure to ask questions of anyway, billionaire and all. But is that the current interest? Falcone. So does he just not bother at all with a persona? Well, he doesn't do it at all. They did bring that up in Long Halloween. I wonder if we're gonna see Poison Ivy too. Now that I think of it. Look, they're on the lookout for troublemakers. I was about to say somebody here, assuming he doesn't show up in his own capacity, is totally going to be a Riddler, not in disguise. Huh. Okay, we saw you a bunch on posters and such. That dude's beard was fabulous. Like, ah. Huh. You gotta take the Bruce Wayne side of things more seriously. I gotta know what a mayor of a major city did that made him so beloved. Don't get me wrong, they're always popular because you need to be to win an election in one of these cities. But if the current mayor of New York got murdered, yeah, people would be upset. There'd be people showing up, but these people seem genuinely just upset, distraught about this guy. Went straight for the kid, nice. DOA. What's the O? Because DA, District Attorney, that's obvious. That might be problematic, folks. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. Time to go get the suit. They're sending a robot up. Oh, wow. Gotta imagine this guy's heart rate. This is a cool setup. It wouldn't even need to be armed for this to do what is accomplished. Fear. I don't think, with the commissioner having expressed. Oh, okay, it's. I thought they were okay with him going in there like he just walked in the front door for a second. This makes more sense to me. Oh. Every time that rings, it's just a little bit more tense. I'm just a phone call away, answer. Does he know he's Bruce Wayne? Oh dear. He's definitely about as childish as the Riddler usually is. I tell you what, it's like a combination of the Riddler, Professor Pig, and a little bit of Humpty Dumpty. Is Batman allowed to help? Yeah, next riddle! Next riddle! We're wasting time! Oh, are they're all themed? Brace for your blind eye. This would never hold up in court, my dude. This would never hold up in court. It might murder him in the public opinion, but he doesn't have to worry about that part. Cool. Wow, this guy. He covered his face. I like that. It's stupid that he survives this even with the suit, but I do appreciate that they made a point of that. That dude, some respect to that guy. Yeah, are you able to get up, Batman? Come on. You don't get to pass out. So did Jim save you from getting unmasked? I wonder if it's like electrified, the mask. One of those cases. I do wish they'd say what you give us whatever case it was that got Jim so in his corner. All right. Put a little faith in Jim Gordon. Yep. I really wanted to see how that would go too. That could have been Captain America elevator scene levels of awesome. Ooh. They're gonna have to smash the signal later, aren't they? Look, I'm not just wanting it, I'm demanding it. Whatever it was in this version that brought him so over into this corner. Because this is still early in Batman's career. He's not even the commissioner yet. This is like so much trust. The door was. Ooh, they left the gadgets on him, I guess. Wow. That'd be super irresponsible to be firing up like that. With the number of people around the walkway, you could hit somebody at random. Oh, whoa, what the fuck is this? Is this your gliding suit? Cool. Oh! You'll get better at that. Definitely making a point. His equipment and his tactics aren't perfect yet. Dude, that was. I'm gonna watch that again. That was cool. I'm sorry. If I'm, I appreciate that relative to how we're used to seeing Batman. The gadget is like that. The eye thing that was impressive. That's cool. That's kind of bringing the video games into it, and a little bit of the Dark Knight. But I love that his gadgets are kind of down to earth a little bit. Like that would never work in real life, but they're trying to make it look like something that was actually put together by a rich person still, but a real person. Starting the timer at 1:14:23 and 3, 2, 1, go. And the fact that he wasn't just an expert at doing this thing, that he would never be able to practice this. Like, this is the kind of thing that would be so cool. Like, we see a better version of this in movie 2, where it works a lot better. I am outside of Batman himself, who I am enjoying, even though I've got the issue with the whispering thing I'm not digging. Uh Jim Gordon, it might be my favorite part of this movie so far. Mm-hmm. Be a whole lot easier if you get him outside of his little club. I wonder. No, never mind, because we got that one Joker deleted scene where he's got all the scars and stuff. I was about to say, I wonder if they're making this more down to earth Batman because they wanted to establish a world where Joaquin Phoenix's Joker would fit a little better, but it doesn't work here. It was just a thought. 'Cause this is by far the least comic booky Batman movie without sacrificing some of the cooler aspects. Get over it, champ. Sure, I got the time. Yep. Aha, we meet again. Ooh, and the whip. Oh, no, it's like a grappling hook. Alright, at least we get to see her take on some regular goons. If not Batman. Yeah, it's like that's all it was earlier. Is I was annoyed at how helpless she was in that fight between them. Oh dear. Come on, Batman, you gotta get up. Ooh, that he had that scowl down like. Yeah. It's the ghost light. It's a distraction. Nice. So is it remote controlled? Is that what we're dealing with? Put the fear of God in him. You're better off just pulling over. There's gonna be no driver. Oh, okay, he is in there. Chicken. Man, I wonder if he'd be more willing to stop if he was 100% sure Batman doesn't kill people. Oh boy. His chase scenes actually. It's cool how many that they're doing a highway chase scene that's got this many vehicles, but I feel like it could be higher energy than it is. Ooh, I like that. It was a calculated risk, but it was something to genuinely it turn the tables instead of just running and hiding. I like that. That was some fucking bullshit luck. That was so cool. All right. That's cool too. All right. This is what I'm talking about. That was an intellectual move. That's sometimes the Penguin is just a mobster and it's boring. It's kind of what even though he's got a cool voice, what I dislike about him in the Arkham games is there's nothing special about him. Like there's never a point at which you're like, yeah, this is why this guy's on top. He's cool. He's got a cool looking voice, but like this guy just showed in a clutch situation he could do something villainous that had some merit. Ooh. Okay, you kind of look like a dork like that. Ooh. Yeah, at the very least, there's got to be some people who died back there. It probably is him, but that'd be interesting. How is Jim Gordon scarier than Batman here? The rat with wings, if it's not Penguin, is probably Batman somehow. Okay. Oh. I mean, the website existed. You already could see that. And he just pulled this up on his own little device here. Like, this better be like an independent system. I like that the question mark is the little placeholder there. That's just a nice little touch. This has a War Games feeling to it, this little scene here. What are you? A very specific orphan? I love this guy. I love him. I need to look up the actor because I know it's a famous guy. I'm just struggling on that one. Ah, never mind. I won't. I don't want to see what Riddler looks like. I don't know who plays him. Safe than sorry. No, I'll look after the movie's over. It does look like things are about to get pretty awesome. I will be right back. All right, let's continue. Starting the timer at 1:30:25 and 3, 2, 1, go. Or 1:30:28 works as well. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it worked. I wonder how many of these people are high enough that they're thinking, damn, what am I on? I'm seeing a giant bat person. Gotta be such a bad day, though. These people are so down on their luck. And this guy comes in, this giant bat monster with a very important police officer. I'm not sure what it is. He's probably a captain. Ooh. Yelling at them. Is that, Thomas Wayne? Maybe he doesn't know Bruce Wayne is Batman. Maybe it's... Batman's like, perhaps the Riddler is Bruce Wayne! More ways than one. I'm 50-50 whether or not he thinks Bruce Wayne is Batman. I think he knows. Like, I guess 51-49. Huh. I think it's just the Hush storyline in the comics where he figures it out, right? Ooh, is he gonna open it anyway? Oh, please. I may not be digging you overall as an Alfred, but I don't want you to get hurt. Oh, no. Fireproof? Now that's interesting. Is he dead? It looked like a survivable thing as far away from his as it exploded, but like severe burns at least. He's alive. That was wow. Uh, the early years of Batman are always kind of sad. For Alfred, what's that? What's that symbol? Just because there it's just mopey Bruce around, and I do hope that if we move forward with this, we get a Robin, because that's kind of something I've been missing is kind of a comic-y Robin in one of these, and I think he would fit here more than in most of these movies. You know, just someone, anyone, to raise the dour atmosphere a little, at least in Wayne Manor. Or maybe they want to keep things a little on the darker, grittier side. We could get Cassandra Cain in here. Like, that'd be cool too. I don't know. Be a little weird as his only first and only sidekick. I wouldn't dig that overall, but if we had to go with something like that. Barbara Gordon would work too, of course. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, it's the eye things. She still has them? Oh, come on, dick move, dude. Get to the top of a skyscraper. Man, I got. She's an okay character, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing, I think, reminiscent of the general behavior of Catwoman. Like, and I think the general storyline with the friend is accurate. Like, Catwoman would always have a snappy response about this. She doesn't have shame about liking money. Was that in the Long Halloween? I'm not recalling. It could have been. I think it was. I think. I'd forgotten. It's been a while. And I think they did say it in the movie, but it's just it didn't stick. Hmm. I do like an overall pessimistic Batman. One who definitely has that heart of gold, but just so much tragedy. On the inside. Do you live in a cave? Yeah, I get it. They're not really doing that, but the jump off the building move was the move here. I can take care of myself. I don't think they'd talk about the view count on this guy's video. For one, videos like this, crimes usually get taken down on sites like YouTube. I so that the view counts wouldn't be visible in that fashion. Hush. They kind of took this route of the corrupt Waynes in the Batman Telltale game, which was very good for what it was. That gets someone to go check. Hey, one of the richest people on the planet's here to see you. It's actually cheaper than I would have thought it was. Figured he's gonna be like, this is a $15,000 sweater. I wonder if he has the eye things in. Didn't think you'd show up. Wow. There is precedent for this in both comics and, like I said, that Telltale game. But I never really am a big fan of it. Being like the Waynes were so dirty. I don't really think it does a lot for Batman's character. Uh, I guess part of it is him needing to find reason for his mission beyond the motivation of his parents, but I'm never a big fan of it. Yeah. No. Hmm. I really am liking the overall just unkempt, does not give a shit about his overall appearance, Bruce Wayne. But asshole! This guy. Oh, fuck you! This guy took a bomb, not on purpose, mind you, but fuck that, whatever. That was meant for you. First thing when he wakes up, you lied to me. Like, this guy practically raised you. Only major supporter. Conversation that's fair to have, but not now. You fucking prick. Now smack him. Get him, Alfred. Now let's roll back to the having anyone killed thing. Okay. Sure looked that way. Does he know for a fact? Yo, I always prefer that. When it really is just a Joe chill. Fuck you, Alfred. You're amazing. Now apologize, Bruce. You need to be a little sorry here. Down low. Too slow. God damn super flashlight. Oh shit. This'll make them more careful in the future, that's for sure. It looks like they got lucky here. Would have been an awkward moment as Batman to drop something like. Fuck. Oh shit. Mm. Probably a co-manipulation thing. Mm-hmm. It's what happens when you set things up without any safety in place. Eggs in one basket and all. Has anyone said Batman out loud? I think early in the movie we got one. No, I will not. I've never liked that argument for not killing. In comic books, I much more appreciate the argument for Batman not killing, being that he's worried that if he if he does kill, that he won't be able to stop. It's so dumb. Like you'll be just like these mass murderers and crazy people if you kill one person. No, you won't. That was a much more effective method of getting down. Okay, both were effective, much more repeatable. Oh dear. The longer we don't hear from Riddler, the more ominous whatever his next appearance will be. It is actually kind of. It's effective how sparsely they're using him, sparingly. I think sparsely works too. Oh no, playing. Oh, the weak role. What we got? Damn, Vinny. Oh shit. Ah, did she miss? You missed? She missed! That's why you gotta do these spin kicks and shit. Your aim with a gun is shit! We really need to get the fight choreographers that did Daredevil on Netflix some more work in these movies. Nice. No? She put up more of a fight here, so I'm less upset than the fight with Batman. But I am getting a little tired of Catwoman ended up this level of helpless in situations. Mind you, just because I think his philosophy is bullshit, the whole you'll become just like them, I don't mind him stopping people from killing. What do you get together? His own supporters? If you cannot afford one. Oh, is he making his move? He was always a big man. That's not the question. Penguin! I have so much respect for you in this movie. You can't be that stupid. God damn. He got him. Was he really that stupid? Penguin! Ugh. Can't be. Come on, man. Oh, it wasn't. Okay. Okay. Cool. Penguin got him. I was like, dude, you're definitely going to prison for this. There's no throne for you here. Assuming he doesn't die at the end of this movie, which I have a sinking feeling he will, I wonder, Riddler in Arkham Asylum? Uh, if, obviously he'll be unmasked. If we ever see him again, if he'll adopt the more traditional look. Is he somebody, or is it another, like, person with a bomb on them? Looks younger. No, never mind. What's the scheme? There was an episode of Criminal Minds that was kind of like this. He's so clearly confident. Was the beep? Oh dear, it's blinking. Edward Nashton. I don't recognize the other name. Edward Nashton. That's the name they have Riddler have when they want to be all like, oh, Nigma's such a silly comic book name. Patrick Parker. I'm not familiar if I've seen that alias before. Starting the timer at 2:09. 47 and 3, 2, 1, go. Sometimes he like changes his name to Nigma because he's that cheeky. I do like that. I tell you what, tying the Zodiac Killer, who I believe was intensely from the ciphers, cocky about his own intelligence, with Edward Nashton Nigma, whatever we want to call it. is a pretty good real world parallel. It's Lieutenant Gordon. Okay. Oh shit. Is it a bat with its wings cut? Okay, it's just a bat. Aha. Batman dies to rabies from a bat. Oh shit. Does he know? Riddlers like you are Harvey Dent. Good guess, but They took him straight to Arkham. They didn't go to like booking or jail or nothing for the initial questioning. Is that what you care about, huh? They didn't forget, they decided to screw you all over. Big difference. Riddler, I think, usually has like an abusive father as part of his backstory. You don't know, do you? The way he was laying it and the fact that Batman wasn't responding, I wasn't sure. You played right into his hands. It's not to say you're at fault, but Jesus Christ, dude, even if you believe this is not how you talk to the mentally ill, which he does believe that what he's saying, but he'll die alone! Like, alright, buddy. This ain't like a Joker situation where this guy's just like a mass murderer. Like, this guy's just unwell. A murderer, don't get me wrong. A bad guy, but you just don't say that to a guy in an insane asylum. Batman was never the best at handling this part of things. He's been busy. Jim Gordon? Damn. That they were playing into him being black in this movie. With the blue for police officer. Dude, it's a totally different way to do it, but he still got all that hyper arrogance earned, which I usually appreciate for Riddler. Cool. He's been the voice of reason for this entire movie. Like, are we sure about this, everybody? What are you looking for? What's it look like he's doing? I actually have a hard time believing this high profile of a crime scene that they wouldn't have already done this. Just completely tore the place apart. Like, this is not a small deal. Is he gonna escape? Does that imply that he's expecting to post again? Oh, shit, that's what he's all about, okay. I'm gonna look at these comments. He's on the side. I wasn't reading them. Caliber rifles. Better time. Okay. Starting the timer at 2:24, 44. And 3, 2, 1, go. Holy shit. I didn't think it would, hey, he would be that far behind. Damn. I mean, he just won. And then, oh shit. Everybody's gonna be looking like him. That's why they were talking about the mask at the surplus store. And all you need is a couple people, and they got more. Which I don't particularly like that it's this many. That, not to say there wouldn't be enough people, but enough people that, did it right. Right. Yeah. And we weren't just seeing a possible. This is a cool plan. I like this. Oh, shit. Actually reminds me of one of Penguin's plans in Gotham. He had a bunch of people dressed up to look like him. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's cool. It's not a bad thing to run from this situation. Oh shit. Is she alive? Whoa. Oh, okay, it is Batman. I thought Riddler just betrayed these dudes hardcore. Nice. That armor works a little too good. No, this is still fucking cool, some of these moves he's doing. I don't think I've ever seen him get fucked over by the cape that hard. No! Oh, dude. You got a grappling hook or something you can use? Oh, shit. I like that he has to move. They're not just perpetually terrible shots. Like, he has to just try and stay ahead of them. Oh, he's taking a risk, but it's gonna... Yep. Gives him the... his element here. Oh, it was your fault, Batman, trying to do that cool walk. And Jim Gordon's about to save you, of course. This is a little bit reminiscent of with how they did Riddler in Batman Zero Year as well, wherein he was effectively the first real supervillain of the city. Alright, cool. I was really hoping she was gonna get a cooler cat mask at some point in this movie somehow. He's taken a few. Too many. Goddamn Batman passing out too often. Oh wow, the combat knife in the boot. Fuck. Oh, what you got? The batarang? Like an adrenaline shot? Is that what that is? Emergency situation type deal? Oh, dude. That shit works. He's alive. He might not have been for much longer. Woo! Nobody. Oh. But are you the knight? I was wondering if we were going to regret taking everybody to a lower area. Holy shit. Whew. What's your plan here? I'm wondering. Cutting the power from it. Okay. Couldn't you have pulled that off without needing to be attached to it? I think. He's alive, though, so whatever. Focused on saving people. More than just vengeance. Is that the same kid? It can't be. It's a very cool scene, actually. I wish it kind of looked like a bat. The flood of people coming through. Is that a dog? Aw. Yeah. She survived. Awesome. I wonder, is Gordon about to get a promotion? Ow. I have to become the knight. I did. This is cool. Just seeing him just having to helping with this part. Is that Joker? All right, so they are committed to this Joker, assuming it is him. I think. You were a great opening act. Ooh. No, that's a different DC character. Are you Two-Face? I know this one. Shoot. Yeah. That's interesting. I do hope I was right earlier, though. Given it's clear he'll be back in some capacity. Uh, if because he's already a known figure, if he'll adopt closer to a more traditional lit Riddler look. No, Batman doesn't need anybody. But those are his only friends. Justice or vengeance. He's a bat moped here. I feel like we're just about wrapped up here. In fact, it might even shift to credits any second now. I really did like this movie. Honestly, she is probably the thing I liked least about it. And I know I said I don't really mind changes, but just for having basically nothing to do with the comic characterization of Catwoman, other than just generally there being an attraction between these two, I didn't dig that part of it. But, star of the show was definitely Gotham itself. And the elements therein, the regular criminals and the GCPD, as well as just the overall atmosphere of the city, was wonderful. How they all played into each other. It felt like this grim place, and that's how Gotham should feel. I loved it. Robert Pattinson, he was okay. It really was that whispering for the entire movie thing that started to bug me. I don't much like that at all. I don't know, maybe some people's mileage will vary. Maybe they'll think that's, it's certainly better than Bale's. Where are they? You that. But, I don't know, that's not a very high bar to set. I did like the general pathos of his character in this movie. The way he interacted with Alfred and, how he, as Batman, it was focused on the detective work a little bit more than we've seen in the past. It's really just the writing, not the writing, the acting that was meh with him. The actual character was good. Penguin was fucking amazing. I loved him. I so thoroughly look forward to more Penguin in the future from this. He was great. Riddler, I did like. I thought, I wasn't sold on that kind of clearly more crazed, a little bit more antisocial behavior early on, but they fit it in with the roots of his comic character with that arrogant intelligence. Everything coming back to kind of how he cares most about how he appears to everyone else, his own image, even if he plays up the other aspects. Hmm. I already said I love Jim Gordon, who was played by Jeffrey Wright. Colin Farrell was Cobblepot. I knew the actor. Paul Dano was Riddler, who we probably at some point did see out of the costume before the reveal. Andy Serkis. No, it was Pete Savage was the commissioner. Just not familiar with the name in comics. Maybe he's a thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sticking to that though. Atmosphere wise, just capturing the feeling of Gotham, especially that first 15-20 minutes. This is the Batman movie that did it best. It didn't do everything that well. But it set the stage where it's just a well done Gotham can have scenes that don't feature Batman or one of his main villains or, like Commissioner Gordon, a major character, and still be interesting. I don't even. The Batman 1989 did it well too, but this was. I think they nailed it here. I actually kind of wish we'd gotten more of that regular criminal element that we got early on in the movie, but you're nitpicking. You gonna get a post credit? Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna look it up. Will there be a sequel, a direct sequel to the Batman? Because I imagine they'll have confirmed it by now. Nope, they've not officially announced. Okay. And they damn well better not call it The Batman too, because it's just a bloated title. The Dark Knight is still the best Batman film, and I imagine that's going to be pretty hard to topple. That's a damn great movie. Yeah, that's an all timer for me and a lot of people. Ooh. Question is, I'll go in order. I like this movie more than Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. That's easy. I like this movie more than The Dark Knight Rises. I'm going in the order of the worst Batman movies to the best. Do I like this movie more than Batman Returns? I didn't really care for Catwoman much in that movie either. This is weirdly enough, Dark Knight Rises best Catwoman. I like this movie more than Batman Returns. So that's Batman 89 and Batman Begins. Unless I'm forgetting something, and I'm leaving out the Adam West because that's an entirely different category of movie, in my opinion. This movie felt tighter than Batman Begins did. It did. As Batman Begins, I think it really drags in that second half. Where it's not really concise about what it wants to be or how to tell a Batman story. I think it really gets stuck. It's still a damn good movie carried by great performances. Mm. I like Batman 89 better than I like this movie. But yeah, that's where I'm struggling because this is either the third or fourth best Batman movie. I can't figure out how I feel about this versus Batman Begins. Ultimately, I think I need to see this some more to feel more confident in that. Maybe I'll know eventually. Because I'm leaning towards liking it more than Batman Begins, but recency effect and all that. The old NPA football. That's a wrap, isn't it? Ooh, what do we got? Oh, what'd that say, you dicks? I guess I'll pull it. I'll pull it up on my phone though. Oh dear. This domain has been seized by the Gotham Police Department. That's cool. I wonder if they're gonna do this like the Scott Cawthon way, where they drop little hints about the movie, upcoming things on this website over time. Just something that you have to look at like the code of it to find. That'd be nice. This was nice. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Next time.